on EA Sports. In today's matchup, two teams come off tough losses a week ago and want to turn things back around today. It's the Cowboys going up against the Saints. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. Throwing on first down. Rush. And his first look is incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Operating from the gun. Rush. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. A give to Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Let's go! Green 39!
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Take it at the 37. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And down to the 36-yard line here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them. 2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
An incomplete, crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
A dump off to Elliott. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Brandon, some of those windows that throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Here's Rush to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. From the right hash and a bit of a... Now the holder's going to keep, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And a special play there by the special teams. It's one thing to fake it. He ran it in for the score.
I think the special teams coach saw something on film in preparation for this game, told the head coach now's the time. He got the green light, and they worked it to perfection.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Bailey now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 15 carries, 91 yards.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top-5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Again, it's Kamara. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. Now here's McCarron on third. It's complete to Flander. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
McCarron will look to throw on 3rd and 2. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, we heard it, how heavily they stressed effective goal line offense this week in practice. Pays off there, they punch it in.
Now not only have we heard it, we saw it. All that preparation, and what it means is going back and examining what's been going wrong before. How can you correct it? Maybe it's even changes of personnel, but it paid off in this situation.
Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in, so a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Does the big boy have the juice? Touchdown, Dallas Cowboys. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And an alley to run. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. In just 2 minutes' time, don't forget we'll get you to Orlando for our halftime report. To bring it to you, who else but Larry Ridley?
Now that man knows his football. Go get him, Larry.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. An update from a game going on over in Tampa. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And now running right through it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. On 1st and 10, here's A.J. McCarron. Left side and caught by Flainer. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. McCarron to throw on 2nd down. And he's got it over the middle. Flainer. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now a first down following that long gain. Shotgun snap for McCarron. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Kobe Flainer, the tight end, his intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will get the disadvantage. back down to 11. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Now let's go.
A final shot before break. Rush. He's airing it out for Williams. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Saints trail at home at halftime. The Cowboys have looked good on the road and will just try to keep the ball rolling in the second half. All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights. 4th down, inches to go. And he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. Cowboys is up now by 7. Now early in the second quarter. Pass coverage will break down here. And he caps off the 7-play drive with a score, as that'll tie the score at 7-all. 1st and 10. Fleener's got the catch with fumbles here. Following the fumble, they run with the former rushing champ, Ezekiel Elliott. And this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. That puts them on top by 14. Saints have it on 2nd and 5. Fleener's found in the quick pass, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 23-yard line. However, they only come away with a field goal on the drive. So that's it for us. We'll go back now to New Orleans for the start of the second half.
All right, Larry, these two teams back out there as we get set and ready for this second half. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And some room to maneuver. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. While no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They come out here in the eye. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. And they'll still try and run for it. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. On first down, Rush. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Play clock winding down. Back to throw, Rush. Being chased out left. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Brought in left side by Snead. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks, right near the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
His throw incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A give. This is Kamara. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Looking to throw on second down. Rush going right side. He has Witten. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And that is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And they're going to get this one all the way up to the 35-yard line. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Room to run past midfield. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. An update from a game going on over in Tampa. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
McCarron from the gun on 3rd. And some room to roam now. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Now let's go. Blue line.
On 2nd down, here's McCarron. And his throw is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Here's McCarron to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Taco Charlton in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent. And
a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. But what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Pretty good running there. 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball,
He's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And he's got some space. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He won't go down. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point try by Bailey. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A.J. McCarron on his way back out there. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Malik Collins. Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Now McCarron throwing on second. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Kyle Williams in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
McCarron following the sack. He leads his guys up on 3rd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Working from the gun here, McCarron. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. And the Panthers have scored to extend their lead. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. Fielded just inside the 30. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
All right, here we go.
The give is to Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They go to Elliott again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10. I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. And the Falcons, they wind up winning that one. Matt Ryan, 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st down, McCarron. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Blue 90.
And McCarron will try again on 2nd. He's going to let it fly. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A.J. McCarron looking to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And taken right at the 35. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. the practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.